Hello, everybody. This is Susan Zangi calling from the corporate offices in the United States, located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Getting ready to place a call to my good friends Chris and Susan Beesley, who are located over in the UK, and we're going to talk to them about what they're doing with their marketing. Get you over here. Good morning, Chris and Susan.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Susan.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. We've chatted a little bit, and I want to tell everybody we're doing this call that this is not a surprise to you, but I'm calling to congratulate you on your first couple of sales in the new year. You started off like you always do with a nice big sales things going on. So I know that you've got a couple of silvers that just came in, and you've got some that you probably will go even further. But the reason we like to do these calls is we'd like to congratulate you for our MOB Inspiration audience. We'd like to congratulate you for the things you're doing, and also ask you to talk to the group and tell them what you're doing with your marketing, what's working for you, and just kind of inspire them with how they can be successful too.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well,
Okay,
thank you. Do you know, I have
that.
to say, first of all, there is nothing better than getting a call like this. And actually that somebody cares enough to want to pick up the phone or pick up Skype or congratulate you, because at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't do that, who else do you have
That's
to
right.
say, well done, you're doing well in your business? So, you know, we really love that about MOB, and we love that you do that on their behalf, because it really does mean a lot to a lot of people.
I think that's the first thing that if you're listening to this or watching this video, it's the one thing that should really inspire you to get a call like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to work to get a call like this, because once you get one, you'll be going, wow, I just want lots more.
Exactly.
These calls always make me want to get out and do stuff. Yeah, it's like I gotta do more. I gotta do more, and I love it when I see people. Especially, it's nice to have an excuse to call people, because I know you, and I haven't seen you in a while, face to face. But I'm going to be seeing you soon. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But it's nice to see a familiar face on the leaderboards, and it's great to have an opportunity to call. So before we talk about the future, let's let you talk to people about what you're doing with your marketing and how you are able to stay engaged with your client base and what's working for you.
Okay.
I think the first thing to say that, you know, if you're watching this, you need to really take to heart is you have to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you mean by that? We mean that you do something on your business every day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you've only got half an hour or an hour, you have to spend that time doing something constructive in terms of marketing. Now, some people will say, oh, I don't have that time every day of the week. But there are so many tools out there that you can automate your week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could spend a couple of hours, a couple of days automating the rest of your week, and
Right.
you would have stuff going out every day, even though you weren't doing it.
Right.
So consistency is the first thing.
Absolutely. I mean, I going back to what Chris said, I remember when we spoke at one of the Supercharged summits in London when we'd first joined MOB, actually, and we did a presentation called Every Day, and that absolutely sums up what Chris says. You know, you have to take action on your business every day in some way, shape or form, and that primarily, just to back up what he's saying, because it is so important, is lead generation. You know, it is a simple business when you do what's required to build it, and
Right.
that is putting out adverts in the best way that you can that fits your budget, your skill set, and your time. So for us, we use Facebook a lot. Facebook marketing is our primary tool because we can get to the right kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because our market is people who are 40 plus,
Mm-hmm.
because they're like us, and they're probably professionals like we were. They may have had or still have their own business, and they're looking to generate an additional income. So we can attract the right sort of people into our business. So that's our second tip, if you like, is market to the people who are probably just like you. It's so much easier than trying to market to everyone, which is what we all do when we start an online business. And it's exactly what Chris and I did 6 years ago. We went, everybody's going to want our stuff, absolutely everyone. But no, it's not entirely true.
Right, absolutely. And then I think the other thing, I mean, when you first start out, and I mean, we still do this today, even though it's a bit more difficult because of the numbers involved. But you know, when you're first starting out, you're getting a small number of leads coming in, and you know, it doesn't matter where they're coming from. But go and get the email out of your autoresponder and put it into Facebook or put it into Google Plus or put it into LinkedIn or wherever your market is. Facebook is normally the best place to start, and just see if you can find those people.
Right.
Because if you can then send them a friend request or send them a message. You can do all of these sorts of things, and it's all about building relationships.
Right.
You know, and so what you're trying to do is you're trying to get as many channels to that person as you can. And remember, every lead you get in your autoresponder is a person. It's not just a name and an email. Get that person communicating with you. Now, it's going to take you a few minutes to copy and paste email addresses, but believe me, you're not going to find every one. But as soon as people accept your friend request, they come back to you, because you can just say, oh, thank you very much for liking my video or watching my video or having a look at whatever it is they looked at.
Right.
And straight away you got this conversation.
And there's no threatening behaviour in that. You know, you see things done so badly so often.
Right.
But this is not. It's actually saying thank you. You know, thank you for trusting in us and wanting to work with us and for wanting to work with Mo. And people suddenly go, oh my goodness, I've never had anyone do something like that. And suddenly your relationship's on a whole different perspective. And for most people starting out, like Chris said, where your lead generation is relatively small maybe, that is a perfect time to build those relationships. And right from the early days of our time with Mo, we've always talked about making a good income from a small number of people, because that's how we do our marketing and that's how we build our business. It's not the same for everyone, of course.
Sure.
The big back-end commissions. We like these calls, you see.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the other thing that I think that you guys are a perfect example of is promotion by attraction, rather or lead generation by attraction, or I'm not saying it right, but attraction rather than promotion. So what I see constantly, because I'm on your list and I'm in some of your little groups, and I constantly see valuable content, and you're always offering valuable content, and it never hits me when I see your stuff as, oh, there's a sales pitch. Never does that ever cross my mind when I see anything that you promote. It's always, look at this thing that we learned. Here's a little trick that'll help you, and people are drawn to that because there's no threat there. There's no, oh, they're going to call me and ask me to buy something. And I think, you know, what happens is then people come to you and they say, I have this problem. Can you help me solve it? And then you say, bam, there you go. And I think you guys do a really good job of setting yourselves up as the gurus in particular little niches, and where you can get people that come and say, oh, I want to learn this thing from them. They know a lot about this. Oh, I'm going to ask Chris and Susan, you know, and that kind of thing. And that's brilliant. So, and I like that.
And you also have to do that in the way that you give without expecting or having any expectation of receiving anything in return. Some people get that completely wrong. And I would, you know, when we do give stuff away, they then say, well, aren't you going to ask me to join your business? Well, no, because you haven't told me yet that that's what you want to do.
Exactly.
And then, like you say, they're asking you all the time. But, you know, even saying that, you know, you talked about that, you know, in our emailing, for example, because I want to give some value to everyone watching and listening to this, is that you can easily ask for the sale in every email that you write to your subscribers, because if you're adding value at the same time, telling stories, sharing inspiration. So this video we would send out to our subscribers because it gives them a better picture of us. We won't be asking them to do anything, but they will find there's a link in our signature of our email where they can decide to take it to the next level with us, or to get started and whatever. And if more people took that to heart in the way they wrote, instead of selling, they would have far more success in their business. And I'm not just talking about Mo, I'm talking across the board. People don't really understand how valuable this is, and having a non-threatening email arrive in your inbox that is curiosity driven, that they want to open it and read more. So, that's a huge tip for everybody.
Oh, I completely agree. And I think a lot of people, I don't like to be sold.
No.
I do not. If I feel that sales pressure coming, I immediately put up a wall. But when I see your stuff, I want to open it. I want to see what you have to say. And it's a completely different. It's really is a business about relationships, and I think that's where a lot of people miss the boat when they're trying to push the sales. And you don't have to. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And,
exactly.
And people have to remember that. So.
And you learn from experience. We didn't do it right to begin with. We were the same as everyone. We would send out loads of emails, sell, until we got some good training.
Right.
And once we got the training and we were told, look, get on the list of people who you respect and whose content you like. Look at how they write their emails. Find out what it is that you like about it, and then model that, but model it in your own way.
Oh, that's great advice. Yeah. Very good. Well, that's all great tips. I want to move forward a little bit because I'm excited that I'm going to see you soon. You guys are going to be in Costa Rica at our brand new resort, which we are working fast and furious to get up and ready for our first event that's coming up very, very quickly. You guys are going to be part of the Mob Leaders Retreat, which last year was the Mob Leaders Cruise. This year we've kind of reformed it a little bit. We're going to do it at the new resort. We're going to be building assets for the leaders that come in, and do some branding videos. And I'm not sure exactly what the plan is. We're still kind of developing that, but I'm excited you guys are going to be there. And then you're going to stay on to do some training for the Diamond Mastermind, which is going to be right after that. So if you're watching this call and you want to be at the Diamond Mastermind, here's a little plug for that event, which is going to be taking place towards the end of March. So anyway, but
and it's going to be the first real event in Costa Rica, isn't it?
Actually, it'll be the Leaders Retreat will be the second. The first event is going to be a group mentorship, which is going to be a small group. But that'll be our test run, and then you guys will be the next ones in, and then the Diamond Mastermind will be the third event. So it's coming up very, very quickly, but it's really exciting. So I'm excited to get down there and check it out and see you guys again, because it's been, I think I haven't seen you since the Leaders Retreat last year. So
no,
about a year now.
We didn't have a good year for many reasons last year, but we never gave up hope. We kept building our business. Slowly and surely. We didn't travel quite as much because of Chris's health, but you have to do what you can do with what you've got, and that's the thing. But Costa Rica, for us, we went to Costa Rica in 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
2012. We went to a retreat there for another business we were working with then, and that's when it really opened our mind to why retreats and masterminds are so important for you to build your business. That was really pivotal for us, and why going back to Costa Rica actually is something very, very special. The climate's amazing. The beaches are beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and for us it's one of those places along that coast there that we're actually looking at potentially as somewhere we want to live in the next couple of years. So it's going to be amazing.
I remember two things there, right? One was riding in the rainforest, or in the edge of the rainforest, picking oranges off of trees.
Wow.
And the second one was swimming in waterfalls. Absolutely amazing.
Oh my goodness, yes, we went into, it was so freezing cold, but we had to do it. It was Absolutely brilliant.
Well, I'm excited. I've never been there, and the things that I see in the pictures is everything is just so green and lush.
You'll love it. Absolutely love it.
I'm excited to check it out. So good times coming. So.
Oh yeah, so you've got to get to Costa Rica, and you've got to get there this year. So if there's a mastermind there this year, it's special. Do whatever it takes to get there, honestly, because it will transform your business. I can tell you, really and truly. Well, that's great. From the heart.
Well, thank you so much for taking my call. It's wonderful to talk to you guys, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you.
And I look forward to having another one of these calls, hopefully another day soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Susan.
Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.